So I have often filled beer bottles for contests and so forth simply by putting the bottle underneath the tap and filling it up until I've got a certain amount of foam coming out the top, at which point I stop and fumble with that and got a lot of foam in there. Sometimes I'll continue running it until I get the foam, the actual volume of the beer to push the foam out, and stop it then, but it wastes a lot of beer. So what I'm going to show today is a simple mechanism you can make yourself to avoid this process. So what we have here is we've got what I'm using here is 10 feet of hose that has a 3/16 inside diameter, and the reason I'm using this length of hose is because I want to create as much restriction on the beer as it's running from the keg into the bottle that I can to keep the beer from outgassing. So in my particular case, I've got 12 pounds of pressure on the keg, so I'm going to use 10 feet of 3/16 hose. I'm going to attach my ball lock out flow to the end of this hose, and I'm using a hose clamp. It's probably not necessary with this size diameter hose. You can probably just press it on there, but just to play it safe, I'm going to put one of those on there. The other end of the hose, what we have is a what they call a Cobra tap, another hose clamp. The Cobra tap nozzle fits perfectly with a racking cane. So any standard plastic racking cane will snugly fit inside the Cobra. I put a piece of tape on there just for the hell of it to make sure I'm not getting any leak. You're going to slip on a rubber cork that is going to fit nicely on the racking cane, and then will snugly fit into the bottle that you're going to fill. And those are the parts you need. And so now I'm going to attach the end of this to my keg for the beer that I'm going to fill. So we'll go ahead and attach this right to the keg. And that's all you need to do there. Okay, so it's a good idea to have paper towel or even a bin or container to put the bottle in, because there will be some foam that's going to come out of this process. Initially you're going to need a glass to catch the first part of the foam that comes out of this. Your bottle capper handy, put that right there. A cap, which I'm going to place in the capper so that it's quickly available. And then you've got a sanitized, in this case sanitized 12-ounce bottle, which we will be filling. So the first thing you want to do is, number one, we're going to open this open this cobra head all the way, like so. And that's going to be left open while you're filling the bottle. Once the bottle is full, we're going to close it. But for now, we're going to use the wand itself, this end here, to do the control. So go ahead and open that. Have this rubber gasket, in advance you want to make sure that you have that in the right position. So before you hook up your line to the beer, do a practice run where you fill, you know that the cork is in the right position for the bottle. Now initially what we're going to do is just run our line until we get a nice clean amount of beer in the tubing. So you're going to have to run off a little bit. At that point, you're going to place the wand into the bottle and seal the top with the cork. As you do, it's going to start to fill the bottom of the bottle here and seal the pressure in there. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but the level is about there with a little bit of foam in it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze one side or the other, either here or here. You're going to squeeze the cork, allowing a little bit of the pressure to be released so that the beer flows. You can see the level is rising. You want to do this slowly. You don't want to agitate the beer too much. You just want to keep pressure on the fluid so that the CO2 doesn't come out. And as it gets up to the top here, you're going to have a little bit of foam in this area. And we want to evacuate that foam by squeezing and allowing it to dribble out. And now you have a completely full bottle. Now the critical part here is that you then need to flip this back so that this stops the pressure. You don't want to just lift the wand out, allowing the bottom of the wand, the bottle filler, to stop the pressure. You want to stop the pressure here. Once you do that, you can then slowly remove the cork and immediately put the cap on. And now you have a completely, perfectly filled bottle of beer that you can submit to contests.